On Wednesday, August 30th, 2023, state officials led by Rep. Dylan Fernandes of Falmouth announced legislation for possible future restoration of Cape Cod Commuter Rail service. This two-phase plan would first establish passenger rail service to Buzzards Bay on the mainland side of the Cape Cod Canal, with a relatively low investment in comparison to other capital projects. Following that, a study would take place to see the feasibility of daily rail service to the towns of Falmouth, Bourne, Barnstable, Sandwich, Yarmouth, and Hyannis as Part 2. This would use the Cape Main and the Falmouth Line, which was referred to as the Woods Hole branch line in the legislation filing. Currently, the Cape Main regularly supports Mass Coastal's Energy Train, Cape Cod Central tourist trains, as well as the seasonal CapeFlyer passenger train from Boston to Hyannis, MA. The Falmouth Line, which currently only stretches as far south as North Falmouth for Mass Coastal freight and tourist operations, historically ran south to the ferry connection at Woods Hole. A paved trail now occupies the right-of-way from North Falmouth to Woods Hole. Given the way the line is referred to in the text, it's possible that it is hinting at something. The new passenger service would focus on commuters aligning with their travel schedules as well as aiming to make connections to important areas. One big obstacle in this proposal is the Cape Cod Canal Railroad Bridge, which is a movable structure currently operated and maintained by the Army Corp of Engineers. To add additional lowerings of this bridge, the state would have to work closely with the Army Corps to facilitate increased rail service. The tracks of the Cape Main and Woods Hole branch would also need some upgrades to accommodate faster and increased service. These include, but are not limited to, rail replacement, signals, and communication system installations, station expansions, and layover yard construction. Currently, stations exist in Wareham, Buzzards Bay, Bourne, Sandwich, West Barnstable, and Hyannis. Older depots that are either not used or now privately owned include Monument Beach, Cataumet, Pocasset, and Falmouth. Falmouth is cut off from the active rail service by the Shining Sea bike path, but is still owned by the state and currently used as a bus station. The state also owns the right-of-way from North Falmouth to Falmouth, and the trail occupies it through a lease agreement that can be terminated for rail restoration. Before any of this happens, the legislation would need to be passed, but stay tuned for future updates if this moves forward. The rest of this video shows some footage of MBTA trains on Cape Cod that will give the viewers an idea of what commuter rail service can look like once established. Most of these clips are either of the CapeFlyer, crew qualification extras, or the geometry train, running between Middleborough and Hyannis.